Welcome everybody to Assassin's Creed Shadows with the RX 9070 in the i5 12600KF. We are jumping in, we're kind of in the beginning of the game here, but we're checking out some benchmarks to see what this RX 9070 can do with ultra settings, with ray tracing on in 1440p. And right now, if we just take a quick look at our settings, we'll just go to the options. We are in 1440p, as you can see. Frame rates limits are off. We're just running native anti-aliasing with FSR, so native upscaling. No upscaling, just native resolution, excuse me. Frame generation I'm turning off. I didn't realize that was on. We'll turn that off right here. I do have the sharpening strength set all the way up. Motion blur is off. Chromatic aberration is on. And then in terms of scalability, let's just apply those changes. Yes, saves current setting. Thank you. We are diffusing and specular everywhere for ray trace global illumination. We are on the ultra high preset, which includes ray tracing at the very highest settings and every other graphical option at high or ultra high settings as well. So we're gonna toy around with the settings a little bit here. So this is essentially native resolution with no frame generation. And we're getting right around 40 FPS, which is more or less probably what you'd expect. You know, kind of pushing things to the limit here. The 9070 is, there it goes, now it's hitting 99%. It was at 96 there for a little bit. Now we are pushing it as much as we can and getting around 35, 40 FPS, which obviously not the best experience that you can have with this game, but you know, just wanted to show what the raw performance is with these settings. And it's not terrible. It's obviously playable. Just not giving you, you know, a high frame rate experience. And we might be getting a cutscene here, so we'll just see if we can get through it. I'm trying to get through cutscenes and not, you know, fully. Okay, we got a little action here. B to dodge unstoppable attacks. There we go. That's good. Hold RB for light posture. And we'll just try to take this guy out real quick. I do like the combat in the game. It is very fun so far. Oh, that was an unblockable. Had to dodge. There we go. Got the area there. See if we can get him. Heavy attack. Nope. Alright, he's just gonna block me the whole time. Alright, let's go. Nope, that was an unblockable. Okay, we got him. There we go. Taken down. Alright, so now we got a battle up ahead. Let's change things up with the settings here a little bit. Let's go and turn on FSR. We won't turn on frame gen yet. Let's change it from native AA and we'll just switch it to quality here. All right, so 1440, ultra settings, ray tracing as high as it can go, frame generation off. And what is that going to do for us? It's going to give us a few frames, not much at all. Now we're in the mid 40s. It does look smoother. Getting maybe close to 50. Definitely looks smoother though. I can tell a difference just from that. That is good. Unblockable. Dodge it. There we go. Look at that move. Wow. That guy didn't stand a chance. Alright, let's see if we can take a couple more of these fools out while we're here. There. Yeah, let's get a good parry. Come on, I'm ready for a parry. Let's go. Oh. All right, we'll just take him out. That's fine. There we go. All right. Now we punish. Unblockable. Oh, my bad. Refill health. Okay. Good stuff. Good battle. Alright, we're just gonna skip cutscenes. For this benchmarking, we're not too worried about the cutscenes here. Alright, here we go. Now we got a little time to run around, so let's check things out. We're at 50 FPS. Use LT to observe and R to tag enemies. Okay, so we got that. What I'm gonna do is change things up. We're gonna go to... I'm gonna just change this to diffuse everywhere. This is what I had it set to before, and things seemed a little bit better even at native. So let's apply that. And that does get us up into the 50s now for FPS. So, helpful a little bit. The graphics still look really good, I must say. You know, you're not gonna... Oh, here we go, we got an assassination attempt. Ooh, that was quiet. Alright. Perform your first assassination. Got the trophy. Let's go. Okay, so we're getting close to 60 with this, which is nice. Obviously, nice to see, with graphics being as good as they are in this game. Okay, become suspicious. X is crouch. Let's hide in the bushes here. And let's see if we can assassinate some other folks. Can use a whistle. Alright, we'll go for this guy. Got him. Taking him right down. Very good. And I think we have another one right there. Nope, I guess that's just the pathway. Here we go. Gotta be someone up around here, right? Prone. Hold X to go prone in the tall grass. Okay, we'll hold X. Someone over there? We'll just shimmy on over here. Up the hill, why don't we? Hold A to parkour up. Do I want to go? I don't want to go in the fire, do I? There we go. Alright, well he sees me, so I can't assassinate him from above. He's coming up. We'll just do a real fight with you, that's fine. Nope, not letting you get that. Well, there we go. Kinda hard to see right here. We got him. We got him. All good. All good. Alright, let's get out of this spot. Kinda hard to tell what's going on. And where do we go? Where's that path? Up this way. And I am now going to change things up again. We're going to check out... frame generation. So we'll turn that on, FSR. And we are getting 62, 64, 65 FPS. So, not terrible. But hope for something a little bit better. Still looks very good though, I must say. And we're getting right around 60. It does feel good, looks good, plays good. Here we go, now we're getting up in the 70s. Things are evening out for us a little bit. Can't complain at all. So let's run across this stuff here. Get to our destination. Now we're getting in the 80s. Very good. And now we're going in this cave here. Open the door. Alright, cutscenes do seem to drop things down to 30 by default, which is fine. Pick this thing up. And we're gonna skip the cutscene. Let's get to the open world, shall we? Alright, we're just skipping cutscenes. If you're here for the story, I'm sorry. We are only benchmarking here. We're not looking for a full let's play of the game or anything like that. So we're just gonna cruise right through the dialogue. I'm sure it's very good. But we want to get to the open world if we can. Here we go. Now we can run around and test some things out. So we're at Tomiko's homestead. Let's play around with some settings, shall we? So we have currently 1440p. Frame rate target all the way up. Dynamic resolution is on. Let's turn that off, actually. And we have FSR on to quality. It's the sharpened strength all the way up. Frame gen FSR. And let's sharpen things down a little. Let's try and get as much FPS as we can here. And we will apply that. Save. And then we have diffuse everywhere on the ultra high settings. If we do diffuse hideout only, let's see if that changes things for us at all. And everything else is set to ultra high, including ray tracing. So how does that do for our FPS? That really kicks things up when we do that. Now we're looking at 130. Not bad. Very smooth. Very smooth. And with ray tracing, I have found it doesn't make a huge difference, to be quite honest. It is a nice perk, a nice to have. Very hard to see any difference unless you're really looking for it. Now, I'm playing this game for the first time. I have not played it enough to know what to even look for with ray tracing. Obviously, like water and shadows are the main things you're going to want to look at. Reflections and dynamic shadows, and I mean, it looks amazing. I must say, this game looked really good. Ubisoft, you did good. And it's optimized very well. This is running very smoothly. Even when I was getting 30, 40 FPS, it was not stuttery. It was very, you know, quite good, I must say, in terms of performance. So this kicked things way up. We're getting 130, 128. So now let's see if we can boost things up, back up a little bit. We'll tweak with settings even more. So let's get that sharpening back up a little bit. We'll change it to 0.75 now. And everything else looks good. We got frame gen on quality. So you're going to want to play with frame gen. Most likely. I mean, we could... You know what? Let's turn it off. And leave the sharpening strength at 0.5 and see if that still looks pretty good. So frame gen is off now, and now we are still getting in the 117, 120 mark. So that sharpening seems to be what really is causing the FPS to drop. Let's just double check that. So go back to options. And FSR quality, FSR... Oh no, frame gen is on. I wanted to turn that off. Sorry. Let's turn that off. I don't know why that didn't save. There we go. Okay, frame gen's off. Sharpen strength is 0.5. What are we looking at? Okay, this is more about what I would expect. So we're getting mid to high 60s. Or what I would expect. I can definitely tell a difference. You know, usually when you hit 60, things look pretty smooth, and it's a little bit harder to tell. You know, the jump to 60 to 120 is a little harder to tell than the jump from 30 to 60. But I can tell we are at 60 and not at 120 right now. Looks great, still very smooth, very playable. Obviously, if you want that really high refresh rate experience, you're going to want to pop on frame gen, which I'm going to do again. So let's do it. Frame gen on, and now we will bump it up to 0.75. Sharpening. Save that. Now we're back up to the 120s and 130s. So this looks amazing. I'm liking this experience right here. Very good. And now let's jump back to our ray tracing settings. And we will change it to diffuse everywhere and see if that makes a big difference or not. Not really. Still getting around 120, which is great. Now, obviously, I haven't loaded in a new area, which I can do in just a minute here. But before that, let's just go one more time to diffuse and specular everywhere. Ultra high settings. Yes, apply, please. 1440p, just double checking everything. FSR quality. Frame gen is on with a 0.75 sharpen strength. And now around 110, 112. It looks amazing. Looks great. So these are probably the settings I would go with for this game, with this card, with this build. And we'll just keep running along the path here, see if we can load in something new. Looks like it gets a little lighter out here, so this actually might be good. A little more sunlight to see some reflections, perhaps. Not too much. I guess that's moonlight. Hold this to orient myself. Pathfinder on. Guiding to current objective. Which seems to be this way. Oh, look at that. Little Pathfinder. So we'll just run along the path here. Looks very pretty. This looks like a world I want to get lost in. Call my mount. Yes, please. Let's grab the mount. Alright, so we are dipping below 100 now, you know, as we're loading in new textures and new areas, which makes sense. But we got the 16 gigs of VRAM, so we're not getting any stutters or anything like that, which is great. Thought I called the mount. Where is it? Huh. I don't know. Mount's not coming. Guess we're just running. Got a little bunny hopping along. Pretty cool. One last thing I'm going to try here. Let's just go to options and turn that sharpening all the way back up again. So we got frame gen, we got FSR quality, and full on ultra settings with diffuse and specular everywhere. And let's just make sure that's saved. Looks like it did. Does that do much for our FPS? It's about the same. You know, right around 100, a little over 100. Oh, look at that deer, he had blue eyes. I don't know why the mount isn't coming. It must be a slow mount, or he's just not wanting to come at all. I don't know. Got the wildlife, we got the trees, we got the fog, the water. Everything looks great. This game looks like it's going to be very fun. And with this card, it's going to be even more fun. It just looks amazing. Perfect card for 1440p ray tracing. Never thought I would be saying that with an AMD card, but 1440p ray tracing, amazing. Looks great. Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm going to wrap it up here. Hopefully this helped. If you are looking to play this game, if you have this card, if you're looking to get this card, hopefully this helped you out. Be sure to give a like, subscribe if you'd like more content like this, leave a comment below. Appreciate it, you all. See y'all in the next one.